Okay, I want you guys to think about the ISS. Supposedly, it has been up there since the 90s, spinning at something like 17,000 miles an hour, and it's in perfect condition. It's ludicrous. There's nothing floating up above us. Satellites are fake. All that is triangulation from ground-based devices. Okay? The whole thing is fake. And something I just came upon, which I didn't even realize, that they're transgender. I don't know about all the, famous astronauts. I don't know if they're transgender, but certainly the ones they're putting before us now are. You can see in my video, it's very clearly female to male transgenders with narrow shoulders and wide hips doing these demonstrations, which are fake CGI. They're not even doing a good job of faking it. They're really not. I mean, anyone who doubts whether or not NASA is a part of Hollywood, just watch Gravity. In fact, watch a little tidbit of the making of Gravity, and you'll see Sandra Bullock, Sandra Bullock with the, in the harness. And then they just edit it out. Okay, these people are faking it because we taxpayers pay them, to do this fakery for us. It's really sick. I mean, these are occultists who are Masons, most likely, transgender. It's Hollywood. It's fake. So, last week I was at Starbucks, or getting ready to go to Starbucks, and I saw a guy in a skirt walk in. So I went on to make my commentary and talk about it being the moral decay and indicative of the unraveling of our society. Okay? That is not just my personal opinion, but if you speak to historians, you will find that when a culture begins to have gender fluidity, when a culture begins to accept that effeminization of men and masculinity of women, it is very telling about how much time they have left in their society. Okay? And I started to think back and thought, I talked about our president. I talked about the fact that I believe that Donald Trump is a woman. Okay? And I believe his entire family are transgender. His wife, Melania, I did a video on her. She's a man. Clear as day. Okay? His daughter, lots of videos on her. Go ahead and look at YouTube for that. You'll find them very easily. She's a man. Okay? His daughter-in-law is a man. There's an excerpt from one of my videos where it highlights him. These are gender-bending elites. And Mr. E even has a video that talks about all of the first ladies being men. If you look back, he's right. If you look back, they're either the ugliest women of all time, or they are men dressing up in women's clothes. And I believe that's what they were. But we're talking about an elite power structure who has intentionally pulled the wool over the eyes of the public for millennia. This goes all the way back to Babylon. This goes back to ancient Egypt. Okay? Gender bending for millennia. Incest for millennia. Guys, I have met so many celebrities. I have either been at parties or I have worked with them. And I'm telling you, anyone who has held that golden Oscar, anyone who has held that Oscar is getting it for being transgender. Okay? There are some real women and men in Hollywood, but those roles, the leading lady and leading men roles, are designed and only given to these elite gender bending families.